Because their algorithm is geared towards that. Why is it geared towards that? It goes, we're going to give sites, we're going to give them, if they're getting a lot of good votes from blogs and independent IP addresses and content within articles pointing to them, we're gonna like that, and we're gonna give you good rankings for that. And they're like, whoa, wait a minute, people have figured out a way to abuse this by creating blog networks. They actually had to go in. This is well documented. They had to go in and join popular blog networks, and all they did is they targeted the most popular one of them. One of them was Dory. I just slipped the top of my mind, but I was actually a student of hers, and got a chance to meet her in Washington D.C., which was awesome. But she's a huge blog networker, and I was paying like $1,000 a month for her private blog networks. And they all got shut down during that. And that's only because she was so popular that Google actually had to come in, join it, go through it so they could unengineer it, and then shut all the sites down. But we all just went back after that, regrouped, and we just said, okay, now we can't advertise it. It's got to be low key. And I at that point, that's where I learned how to create my own private blog network, which I have today, which has, there's no de-indexing, there's none of that kind of crap going on. I don't get emails from Google saying, hey, we suspicious backlinking activity, blah blah blah. So you're exactly right. Google is not as smart as everybody thinks they are. So I appreciate you bringing that up. That's absolutely right. Okay, so Jay asked about the Silo plugin. We've done literally, I'm not talking like weeks, we've literally done months and countless hours with programmers getting a silo structure plugin that will, silo structure your site and add the content to it. Okay, I mean, it's really awesome. We've tried it out on a whole bunch of our own different sites, and it's working just fine. And I offered for a few members to have them kind of be beta testers for it, and we're going to let them kind of test it out, and then we're going to release it out to the public at that point. So that's where we are with it. We're really close to doing it. Someone writes in here, not quite finished the course, but I have not seen an example of contract for leads. We don't do any contracts for leads. Ours are no contract. We're like, there's no contract, there's no nothing here. And the way that we approach it, and you don't have to run your business this way, by the way, it's just the way that we do it. We always give everybody a 7-day free trial. There's no contracts. You can cancel at any time. You receive a bill. You don't want to pay it, don't. And we'll just part ways friends. So we just reverse out every single freaking risk to the customer possible. So it just makes them like, why the hell would I not say no? Okay, wait a minute. Before I say yes, what's the catch? And that's really what the conversation goes like. And that's because we're so confident with what we're offering, and it's so superior. And at the end of the day, the whole business model comes down to a very simple concept. The owner is going to pay you $100 a week, for example. They're going to expect a rate of return on that investment they made in that advertising. So if every week on average they're paying you $100, and if every week on average they're generating $500 or more of business revenue, that relationship is going to continue. If at any point they got to pay you $100, but they're only making $20 from that, they're going to cancel that. And we say, look, we're so confident in what we're offering that if that ever happens, just don't pay the bill. And obviously we contact the owner, and this is usually in the beginning. That only happens in two situations, by the way. Two main situations. Number one, you're just starting out in a niche and you don't quite understand what the proper price should be. We got a pretty good idea, but we're still kind of in the testing waters. And number two, after you've tested it out and you know what the price is, the only other reason is the client can't close a door. In other words, they got a live customer calling them, but they can't close the door. They can't close the deal. They're just not good business people, and then you got to go on and find someone else. So, yeah, Bob, I know that we're experiencing the same thing. Bob's saying in here, we're experiencing this across the board. We've got our Google snippets, the 5 stars, boom, 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 or 4.5. They show up, and then a lot of them are disappearing. We don't know what's going on with that, and that's why we're kind of right now shifting gears to the Google. We need to do some more research on that, but right now that's why we're switching gears more towards focusing on the Google authorship, because it still stands out and it's local, and you see a picture, it's a little bit more personal, so it's still going to have a similar effect of having a higher click-through rate. Awesome. So on here, so thank you for that. I appreciate that. We got a member here who says, thank you. You've really put together a truly good informational course, and just getting my first site out, and am already on 12th position. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good job. So, hey, guys and gals, everybody on the phone, I really appreciate it. It's around like 2.5 hours. Literally, my vocal cords are killing me at this point. So, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up here. I think we've had a really good session here. And I'm going to make a separate video. I don't want to make it of these calls, because I'm seeing these calls. We're getting so many good questions coming in. I want to make sure that those get answered. But I'm going to make a separate video of just kind of the, not that I know everything by any means. I'm not above anybody else. But just kind of the top things that I've learned over the past couple of years. It's been a very short period of time where I've been able to create and build basically 3 separate companies that are doing very well. And I don't have it figured out. Constantly working to improve those. But there are some lessons to learn there, and some things that people may find insightful. And hopefully, the thing is you'd be able to take something out of that and add it to your own business or revenue on that end of it. So my name is Chris Winters. Remember to always surf first. That means, when you meet somebody, have your palms down. What can you give them instead of palms up? What can they give you? You'll end up earning more. You'll end up living more as well. Take care. Bye-bye.
The organizer has ended the session, and this call will be disconnected.